We are the kid, and this is our first time at the kid. So, what do you think of the whole show, the whole festival, for the first time in Europe?
Okay, first time in Europe. I'm absolutely impressed with the camaraderie of the people. I'm absolutely impressed with the good quality of the music, and I'm heartfelt the way people have accepted me and, you know, given me all this support, you know, for first time. Yeah.
How did you feel yesterday when you were on stage?
How did I feel on stage? Well, I felt pretty good about being on stage because I knew I had a hell of a band backing me, and you know, they had little advance notice to learn our music, and they actually took it to a new level, and we had 3 days rehearsal, and I absolutely I adapted to them, and you know, it felt good at the time, and to think back on it, I feel good about it, and you know, it sounds like people liked it because you know, we had a lot of positive response to it.
Oh yeah. How would you compare the show yesterday to what you have experienced back in the 80s?
Well, back in the 80s, I was a whole lot younger and than I am today, but I really feel that this is more personal than, say, back in the 80s. Back in the 80s, we were trying to find our way, and you know, nobody was necessarily that familiar with us. And now, all these years later, and I mean, I would really not believe people would be so familiar with us. And I come over here, and I feel like people are more familiar with me at my age of 55 years old than they were with me when I was 28 years old, and I was playing like 2 or 3 shows a week. So that's kind of a funny thing, but the thing was, we were in San Francisco at the time, and there was a lot of competition and a lot of good music, and you know, people had a lot of bands. You know, Griffin had fans, everybody had fans, but this here really took me by surprise, the response. It's been like 2 days of like, thanks for coming, and hey, thank you for coming. You know, that's the way I look at it. Yeah.
Do you think there's gonna be more of GRIFFIN in the future now that a new path is open?
Well, I mean, that's hard to say. That's hard to say. Nobody can predict the future, but this German band, you know, I said we've now become a band of Germany, and we may very well become a band of Germany. If we had some kind of support that we didn't get at the end of our career in GRIFFIN, that we may be able to do something, because I've played these guys some songs that we recorded in 1988, and the way it looks to me, these songs would be heartfelt if we played them here today. And as I said earlier, I like the way these Germans, Rock's Caliber, that are backing me, have adapted to my music, and I think that they could even make it maybe that much better. So, as far as your question, I think we could probably make an album of some songs that were written in 1988, make it better, and the way these people are responding to all these bands, I think they would probably like it, hopefully. I would be more than willing to give it a try. We just need some kind of support and inspiration to take it to the next level.
Another question that comes to mind is, do you think such a festival with the atmosphere and everything could happen in America these days?
Well, I mean, every time they do something like this is a near riot or whatever. You know, Woodstock Festival, it certainly isn't as big as that, but I just think there's a lot of camaraderie around here, and there's like not a lot of violence, and I don't fear for somebody picking my pocket or stealing my video recorder. I mean, as far as America, I'm not here to badmouth America. America's a great place. I've lived there my whole life, but this has opened my eyes here with the people and the camaraderie they have, and it seems like I don't feel threatened in any way. There isn't anything in America like this that I'm aware of, put it that way. I mean, I don't know how to answer that question, but you know.
So what do you want to add for the German metalheads to finish the interview? What would you like to say to the German metalheads?
Well, I'm really happy that the people didn't forget me after all these years, and didn't forget our music, and they've been heartfelt expressing those feelings to me, and regardlessly what happens in the future, I will never forgive the love that people have put out towards me. But I feel with this German band, they have a lot of potential, and they sort of invited me into their family, and we just may take it to the next level musically, and if that happens, you just got to wait and see how people respond. But if this was any indication, it sounds like it might work out. Yeah. Well, I'd also like to thank Laurent Ramadia from Le Mans, France, because he really put this all together, and he and I have corresponded for the last year, and he did a wonderful interview of the history of Griffin, and it took a knowledgeable person to ask the intelligent questions that he asked, and I've got nothing but love for my brother. He hooked me up with Rock's Caliber, and here we are today.
Thank you, Billy. Always a pleasure for me.